Back in 2017, Paul McBeth dropped a pity bomb on social media. He's like, "Look at me. I'm only 5.5 feet tall and I weigh less than a panda. Send me some love. I'm the OG underdog." Of course, he didn't say it quite like that, and he had just dropped out of the Green Mountain Championship due to a nasty injury that was only going sideways. And so his fans did send some love. "Heal up, champ," someone wrote on Facebook. "Hope you feel 100% by USDGC. You're always my favorite." And yet none of these folks embraced his point. No one acknowledged the simple truth that McBeth is an underdog. Of course, to many observers, or at least those who understand words, the simple truth was neither simple nor true. At the time, McBeth was a 4-time world champion, and since then he picked up a 5th world championship along with a $10 million contract and now drives a gazillion-dollar spider car built by super nerds in some far-off European capital. They call him McBeast because he's a wild animal. I mean, watching McBeth play is like watching a jungle panther leaping nimble-footed through tree limbs to catch its prey before devouring it. To anyone who has played disc golf for even a week, McBeth is many things, but an underdog he is not. But now let's back it down the cherry tree for a minute. McBeth is a decent disc golfer, and he's pretty good at life and whatnot, but to deny him the status of an underdog is to ignore the broader context in which he and many other pro men and women play. To overlook the opportunity costs of playing disc golf as a career, the puzzled looks from outsiders, the condescending smack talk from mainstream sports media, and the sheer courage it takes to go on tour is to miss the sport's most glaring characteristic. Disc golf is small. Disc golf, like Paul McBeth, is an underdog in the world of sports, and it may never be the favorite. But then, disc golf is not alone in this respect. Several sports such as flat track roller derby, pickleball, parkour, cornhole, drone racing, round net, and axe throwing, they've all attracted large followings, but they haven't broken through to the mainstream. Like McBeth's self-proclaimed stature, all sports were, at one point in their histories, small. Over the decades, many sports grew quickly for a time, solidified a participant base, but lost momentum before reaching a mass audience. Other sports experienced slow, consistent growth, but never emerged from the margins. In recent years, only a few sports such as skateboarding, snowboarding, mixed martial arts, and esports captured the public's imagination and broke through to the mainstream. The question is, what explains these different outcomes? How do small sports become big ones? And most importantly, will disc golf become a big one? To answer these questions, my new book, Emerging Sports as Social Movements, Disc Golf and the Rise of an Unknown Sport, identifies the 5 driving forces of sport development. Just as humans need nutritious foods from the 5 food groups, new or emerging sports need 5 basic resources to grow. These include culture, organization, identity, material and human resources, and most importantly, legitimacy. The goal of the book is to show how the future of disc golf and other emerging sports depend on whether and how they gain access to these 5 resources. If there's interest, I'll be posting articles and videos about the book over the next couple of months. My name is Josh Woods. I'm a sociologist, a writer, and a professor at West Virginia University who fell in love with disc golf back in 2013. This is the most interesting research I've ever done. I hope you'll check it out. To follow along, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel or head over to my blog, parkdiscgolf.org. You'll find the videos along with written content under the category Rise of an Unknown Sport. You can also follow me on Twitter at a disc golf blog or check me out on Facebook and Instagram.